Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're still having me on the first day, having a camera strapped to my bag. There was a jump in video because my second video corrupted.
Time travel.
Yeah, I time traveled. But there were a lot of sports equipment. We already saw, hey, I was the one that picked that up.
Transformers.
We were
More than
wondering who
meets the
picked
eye.
that up. I also wear a ponytail the second day. I'm so sorry. My hair gets in the way a lot. I picked that up because I thought it was a vintage My Little Pony. It was a vintage Dollar Tree, as in not vintage. There were lots of McDonald's toys, lots of like the Avengers McDonald's toys. Because we got there so late, there wasn't a lot of people. That's like a weird pasta measuring thing. I think I want to say I find some more blades in here. But because I am the conscientious shopper, I just put them back in the bin.
Zingo.
We have 2 copies of Zingo at home. Toddler utensils.
It's a good game for very, very, very young children.
Yeah. Looking at water bottles. I probably should have picked that one up.
What kind was it?
I want to say Swell. Not 100%. I want to say I picked this one up because it's Camelback. No, yes, it is Camelback. Yeah, that's the one I picked up. Did you pick up the Starbucks or did I pick up the Starbucks?
I think you did.
There's a Dunkin' Donuts one that changes color that we didn't know it changed color till it went outside in the cold.
She was very excited about that.
I was like, it's white. No, it's orange. Lots of storage, like if you needed plastic storage, and honestly, most of it wasn't damaged. We picked that up too. I can sell it for like $5 and it weighs nothing.
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff. Team Hufflepuff. Lots of electronics. Like we were talking, I wish they would have priced electronics differently. Some bins do price electronics differently because they are so heavy. There were things I would have picked up, but they were just so heavy. I didn't want to risk it. There was a sewing machine and a couple other things that I probably would have picked up, but you're looking at like $40 or $50 with how much they weighed, and it just wasn't worth it. So if electronics would have been different, then I think they would have sold more to begin with. There's lots of electronics left in the bins because they're just so heavy. I also picked up a fake purse. It was a crapshoot whether it was fake or not. Kind of thought it was fake, but I needed something to hold my stuff in because, as a reminder, at these bins, there are no bags.
Are those Hello Kitty earmuffs?
Yeah. Yeah. Something in this bin also was talking to me. I don't know what, but it was talking to me. But I ended up using that basket because there's no... I probably should have picked whatever that thing is.
What thing?
It's got like a red and green thing and like a Geiger counter on it down there.
Oh, like a voltage tester?
Yeah,
maybe?
I don't know. That's a Spectrum breast pump, by the way. Those are worth a lot. Brand new, they're like $400. I can sell that one because it is an open system. It doesn't pump into the machine. If it is a closed system like the Medela pumps are, you cannot sell those on eBay. But you can sell the Spectrum. I got a bunch of stickers for the girls to play with. They're very into art. I think all in all, I got 8 ounces of stickers when I weighed them on our scale. I bought all of those. They're card sleeves that you put in like a binder. But I bought them for Loracana cards. I didn't buy them for like baseball cards.
Like back in the day, those were baseball, basketball cards, and then they, became Magic and Pokemon, and now Lorcana.
And we're kind of trying to get into the game and figure it out. Originally, we just started buying the cards to resell them, but we're cracking packs and, finding our joy where we can as middle-aged adults. But we're kind of getting into it, which is hilarious because we've not gotten into any other card game. Again, lots of tubs, lots of plastic things. I just rammed into somebody. I don't know who it was. I apologize to her.
Roller derby.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I was just pushing my cart with my hip and kept on going. And yeah, I looked at these to see if they were Trapper Keeper. If they're the actual Trapper Keeper brand, they're worth a lot. But if they're like an off brand, they are not worth that much. I almost got this, but when I looked at it, it's an ice bucket. It is not vintage. Vintage ice buckets, though, do go very well. Like vintage hotel ice buckets or bar ice buckets. Ironically, the mass produced ones. I should have picked up that 4-inch heavy duty binder. It doesn't weigh anything, and I could have put all my baseball card sleeves in it. Just, and it looks brand new.
Wonder if people get the ice buckets for like Mad Men decorating.
I mean, we could totally use an ice bucket.
Well, in Trapper Keepers, back, 10 years ago, if you saw a Trapper Keeper, grab it. But now, I mean, they've redone them so much, you have to be careful it wasn't made last year.
Same with Lisa and Frank. Like, even 3 years ago, pre-pandemic, if you found Lisa Frank, pick it up and it sells. But now they've redone so much of it. And so much of our toys that were going quite well, they've redone them. And it's incredibly hard for us to tell. We were just like, that feels like the plastic that gives you cancer. So...
Lychee plastic.
Yeah, that BPA plastic. There were a couple bowling balls in one of the bins. No one's going to buy a bowling ball. No one's going to pay that much money for a bowling ball. I do pick up the magnetiles. I always dig to the bottom of the bins, pick up the magnetiles. I should have picked up the greeting cards too. I do pick up about a handful of magnetiles, less than a pound. I did weigh them. Those are for personal use. Our kids love magnetiles. We were joking that, the toys you keep for the grandkids, because, our youngest is 6, so we're already thinking about grandkids. The toys you keep for grandkids will probably be Legos and magnetiles. I was trying to figure out what this was. I think it was a roll down backdrop.
No one would buy a bowling ball. What if it was like Jurassic Park style, had an insect in the middle and looked like an amber, like ball?
Maybe.
Or one looked like the Earth? That'd be cool.
Sure. Again, this is, everyone has already picked through this. I should have probably picked up the Duplos. They would sell us a lot. They were actually Duplos. They weren't Mega Blocks. Sorry again for the hair. I do promise I wear a ponytail the second day.
I do think a lot at this bins, there were a lot of, obviously I'm assuming the grand majority are resellers, and not just there for kicks, but like a lot of them grabbed the bigger stuff, and there were a lot of little things in the bottom of the bins that people just weren't picking up. So like Duplos and Legos and little game pieces and stuff. I think if you really wanted to spend the time, you could probably make a decent chunk off those.
Yeah. Like the pirate ship, there was a play something pirate ship. Those sell for decently. I didn't pick it up. 1, it's heavy, and 2, I don't want to ship that.
Playmobil?
Might have been Playmobil. Our oldest had the same pirate ship, and I'm pretty sure I put it on the curb for free because I didn't want to try to sell it. Because all in all, we're just lazy eBayers. Those are Nalgene. There were 3 or 4 Nalgene bottles that I was like, maybe I should pick up. Because again, they weigh nothing. But this is where I got excited. I'm like, oh, no.
There's disappointment in a box.
Yeah, pretty much disappointment in a box. I've come to the conclusion I'm only going to get slides. I almost got this too, the Monstera leaves, but I couldn't figure out what they were. They had like round things on the back. I'm like, what is, I was trying to figure it out. I'm like, I'm a crazy plant person. Again, got excited. Nope. Either somebody got to them first or they just donated the empty things. There's a golf club on the floor. Again, people are animals.
Which is how those were sold, though, so it's not...
I got excited again. No.
It's not crazy. That's just what it always was. They were never filled.
Yeah. I'm hoping they kept the slides, maybe put them in a box. Because the carousels are heavy and take up a lot of room.
We've had a lot of those in our house.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we donated our empty carousels somewhere. Those are not ours. I thought about picking up that. That was like our old school, old people headphones. I flipped through this a little bit too.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
What was that?
Music.
Software? Oh, it's music.
It's music in writables that were not labeled. I probably should have picked it up for you to look at.
I like going through writables that aren't labeled.
Yeah, I almost picked up this vintage bucket.
Might find someone's like story they're gonna write.
Or their Bitcoin.
Non-writable, but yeah. I mean, maybe. Way back.
You never know. Side note, most computers don't have CD or DVD drives anymore, and you have to buy an external one. Found that out. I'm just like going through this. Again, I don't wear gloves. My husband does wear gloves. I like to touch everything. If I would have left the sound on, which I could have in this, they don't play any music or anything, so it gets a little boring. The Indianapolis bins play like the greatest hits. So it's very, very loud, and I couldn't use any of that because they're playing it. You hear me go, ooh, or ee, and I just broke a fingernail a couple times because I'm like, what did I just touch? And most of the time it wasn't good. Whatever I touched wasn't. I couldn't figure out what this went to. I did pick up a couple like Filofax cases that like leather, and you put your agendas and stuff in there, and those do well. That stupid grass thing actually sells. I looked it up later on. It's for like bottle drying and everything. I think that's a griddle. And that was a wine bottle opener. Again, a lot of really heavy, big things in here. And sorry for the view. Lots of feet, lots of floor, because I was not wearing the camera properly or looking where I was going, but we aren't getting motion sick, so more power to us. I do wear a chest strap on the second day, which is nice. I don't think I've seen me pick up any of stuff you've picked up yet, but I do pick it up because we come home with it at some point.
You had a clock in your cart?
No, it's not my cart. It's a bin.
Oh.
Oh, cards. I was looking up cards. That's a big old stack of cards.
What kind of cards?
Baseball.
Oh.
If it was basketball, I would have grabbed them for you.
Thank you.
No, it's baseball, and semi-new baseball cards, like 2013 and above.
Oh. Well, I mean, that was just like last year, wasn't it?
Right?
Let me live in my delusions.
I
need them.
Yeah. When the stuff you heard in high school is now played on oldies channels, makes you feel kind of bad about yourself. Lots of pillows. I am so leery about getting pillows because I don't want bed bugs.
To be fair, the music you listened to in high school probably shouldn't make you feel bad about yourself. It wasn't very good.
No, lots of emo. Lots of emo. I'm looking something up on eBay, so that's why I've stopped here. I'm trying to figure out what shirt I'm wearing too. It's tie-dye.
It's the zoo one.
Oh, okay. It's my Memphis Zoo shirt. I think the second day I wear like a teal shirt. Lots of dollar store stuff. Too. I don't know what I'm holding here. And I put it back. Lots of soccer balls. This is our third soccer ball in just this video.
It'd be great if you had like a school to donate them to, because I'm sure they don't cost them. I mean, what does that weigh? Like,
oh, I should have grabbed that Rubik's Cube for you.
I ended up with 3, if not 4. 4 or 5 if you count the little one I got too, like keychain one.
We actually had a place to go, and we were almost late to that place because we stayed here a little longer. We had to check into a hotel and stuff, and we were running quite late. So you see me check my watch a couple times. Nautica duffel bag. I was thinking about it again. There are no bags here.
It's hard not to Columbo it into bins, you know? Like, just one more thing. That's all I need. Just one more thing, and then I'm out.
Well, at least with these bins, they don't switch hourly. You have 3 hours. They're there. There's no switching. So you get what you get, essentially. Thank you for watching our video. Please like and subscribe, and have a productive day.